that quickeneth. When it says quickeneth, that causes change. That's what quickeneth means. Read.
The flesh profited nothing.
So the way of this world, the things that we know today, religion, the education systems, that profit us nothing. Read.
The words that I speak unto you.
The what?
The words that I speak unto you.
God's words, read.
They are spirit.
They are what?
They are spirit.
They are the spirit.
That's
read.
Right. And they are life.
And they are life. All right? Let's go back to Romans 8 and 16. Because what we're doing today, it's not of our own doing. This is of the Most High God of Israel.
That's right.
He's wakening up his people in the latter days. Y'all may wonder, why do we get gunned down in the streets? How come we are on the bottom of society? It's because God put us on the bottom of society.
Right. That's right.
To wake us up and to bring us back to the Father. Read that.
Romans chapter 8 verse 16.
Read.
The Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit.
So when it says the Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit, meaning what? When we hear the words of this Bible, when we hear them come to life, it's going to bear witness to us. Read.
That we are the children of God.
That we are what?
The children of God.
Does anybody know what that means to be a child of God? Because I'm pretty sure you heard in Christianity, we all children of God, right? Now, is that true, or is one certain people a child of God? Now you're going to find out. I know I'm putting y'all on the spot a lot, but I'm doing that to make y'all think, to cause you to understand what's coming out.
Right.
Now, watch this. Give me the book of Deuteronomy chapter 1 verse 1. We are going to find out who we are according to the Bible. Because can we find African American in the Bible? No, we can't find it. Can we find black, Hispanic, Native American? Can we find that? No, it's not written in there. But you're going to find out who you are. You're going to find out what God calls you. All right?
That's right.
Hold on.
When we like the Hebrews, like we the Hebrews, like the Hebrews and the
You good, brother. You good. You good.
I forgot what it was. I know we like Hebrews or something.
It's not that we were. We are the Israelites.
That's right.
That's what you have to understand. Our nationality has been taken away from us. That's the gospel. That's the good news. That Jesus Christ, the black Messiah, is coming to deliver his people.
That's right.
Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 1 verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Unto all who?
All Israel.
Unto all Israel. Now, when we read the book of Deuteronomy, who's he speaking to?
His children.
His children, they're called who? Children of Israel.
That's right.
It's that simple. So y'all don't have to be like, you know, when I read the Bible, it's hard to understand. No, it's not. You must study precept upon precept. It is what it is. Now, knowing that this book is written to the Israelites, we are going to go to a few passages to show you your history written of in the Bible. Give me the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. I want to show you something. Watch this.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Now, it says the Lord shall bring the Israelites into Egypt again. Give me the book of Judith. Hold that. Give me Judith 5 and 11. Who knows what happened to the Israelites in Egypt? Who knows? Who can raise their hand? Does anybody remember that history with the Egyptians and the Israelites?
Yeah, we was enslaved, weren't we?
There you go. The brother's on point. That's what happened to us. Y'all remember Moses, right? Let my people go? Yes. Why did he say that? Because the children of Israel were slaves in Israel. Here's a quick recap. Watch this.
The book of Judith, chapter 5, verse 11.
Read.
Therefore, the king of Egypt rose up against them.
Against them is talking about us, the Israelites. Read.
And dealt subtilly with them.
He dealt wrongfully with us. He enslaved us. Read.
And brought them low with laboring in brick. And made them slaves.
And made them what?
Slaves.
So you see the brother is correct. He understands the history of the Israelites. Read.
Then they cried unto their God.
Unto their what?
Their God.
When you say the word there, that's not talking about everybody's God. He's saying they cried to their God, meaning what? That's possessive.
Right.
That is a possessive word. Read.
And he smote all the land of Egypt.
And he smote who?
All the land of Egypt.
So remember the question I asked? Children of God, we are all children of God. If everybody was a child of God, why did he save the Israelites and kill the Egyptians?
Right.
That's one of the things we got to start thinking.
That's right.
We got to understand. Now, fast forward to 2017. Aren't we in slavery again? Aren't we catching hell again?
Right.
What do you think's going to happen this time? The same thing.
Bring it up.
Thus saith the Lord.
Yes.
Let's go back to Deuteronomy 28:68. It's time to pay attention. I know we in college, but it's time we grow up real quick. Because the Most High God, he ain't worried about you being in college for that to be an excuse.
That's right.
When he says, thou shalt not lay with a man as with womankind, that's what he means. When he says only one wife, that's what he means. Yes. When he says marriage is honorable, but adulterers he will judge, that's what he means.
Right.
Understand that. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord.
And who?
The Lord.
God did this to us. Read.
Shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So, my brother hit it on the head. When we were in Egypt, what were we? Slaves. We were slaves. So when God says he would bring us into Egypt again, what is he talking about? He'd make us slaves again. The second time. Read.
Right. With ships.
With what?
With ships.
One more time.
With ships.
With cargo slave ships. Did that not happen to us? How did our ancestors get to this side of the world?
Slave trade.
Slave trade. Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
Read.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
When it talks about it, it's talking about our homeland, Jerusalem. We would not see our homeland again. Read.
And there ye shall be sold.
We shall be what?
Sold.
One more time.
Sold.
Is this not our history? Does this not bear witness? Do y'all not remember this? Read that again all the way from the top. I want y'all to look at this and listen to the words of God. Read.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
Read.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
So we wouldn't be free anymore. We would not see our homeland, Jerusalem, anymore.
Right.
Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Unto your enemies. Now, I want you to put that down. I'm going to ask a question. Isn't it the memorial of the so-called Holocaust? Isn't that going on right now? When the Caucasian people who proclaim themselves to be the Jews, right? Y'all familiar with them, right? Now, if they are the Jews, let's just say they were. I want you to read this all the way through and I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Let's just say that they were in fact the Jews. Read it from the top, watch this.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
God will bring the Israelites into slavery again, read.
With ships.
Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
Read on.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen.
For slave man.
And bondwomen.
And for slave woman. Read.
And no man shall buy you.
And no man shall what?
Buy you.
When it says buy, that word is an old Quaker word for redeem. Now, when it says no man shall buy you or redeem you, it means just that. Now, when it comes to the so-called Jewish man, are they still in slavery today? Yes or no? No. Where are they? They're in Jerusalem.
Yes, sir.
They are in Jerusalem. They have their own military.
Right.
They have their own money. They have their own banks.
Right.
They have their own nation.
Right.
But when it comes to the so-called black and Hispanic, we identify with an American flag that's red, white, and blue.
Right.
We identify with the United States military. What about the black man's military?
Right.
How come we never asked that question? It's because it was taken from us.
Yes. Right.
Give me Jeremiah 17:4.
Bring it out.
This is the word of God. It's time that we wake up. Stop playing video games. Stop sleeping with women for women. It's time that we grow up to the men and women that God called us to.
That's right.
Read what you got.
Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 4.
Read.
And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue.
Shall what?
Discontinue.
You shall discontinue means you shall be cut off. Read.
From thine heritage.
From thine what?
Heritage.
What is an heritage? Let's go back to the example we use. Psalms 119, 111. What is the heritage that God is talking about? Because when we hear about Moses, when we hear about King David, when we hear about Jesus Christ, we do not think that they are in fact our ancestors.
Bring it out.
But we're going to find out today. Read that.
Psalms chapter 119 verse 111.
Read that.
Thy testimonies.
Thy what?
Testimonies.
You know what a great testimony is? Is that when we were slaves in Egypt, we cried unto our God. And God led us through the Red Sea and smote the Egyptians. Read it again.
Thy testimonies.
Thy testimonies. Read.
Have I taken.
For a what?
As an heritage.
As a what?
An heritage.
As a heritage.
Nope.
But that was what? Stolen from us.
Right.
Give me Jeremiah 17:4. Read it again.
Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 4. And thou.
And thou.
Even thyself.
Even the Israelites. Even us. Read.
Shall discontinue.
We shall do what?
Discontinue from thine heritage.
Okay. Now I'm going to open up for questions. Now, you understand that our heritage was stripped from us. You understand that history, it's gone. Nobody announces us or identifies us as the Israelites. Now, does anybody know why that is? Or why you think that is? How come we don't identify as Israelites today? Anybody have a wild guess?
Because then we'll wake up, we'll know who we are. Once we find out, once we get our name, we'll know who we are, and we'll associate that name with our God.
That is correct. When I say, okay, let me ask you like this. What has been put in place for us not to realize our true identity? That's what I mean by that. What obstacles have they put in front of us? Think about it. So for example, you grow up, you're in elementary school, you're in junior high school, you're in high school, you go to college, you get a job, and you die, right? So through all of that, or through all that curriculum, through all of those stages of development, right? How come you are never taught who you really are?
Right.
What has been put in place that has been put as a stumbling block for you? Think about it. It's one word I'm looking for. Think about it. Think about it. So for example, who taught us the Bible? You said Christians? The church. Okay, that is 100% correct. Now, in 1619, does anybody know what transpired on the earth in 1619? Do you know? What about you, brother? You know? The transatlantic slave trade. Have you ever heard of transatlantic slave trade? Right. You said you haven't?
I think it sounds familiar.
It sounds familiar. So I love your answer. You know why? Because that shows that they're not teaching us correctly. They're not teaching us about what truly happened. Now, the transatlantic slave trade lasted from 1619 to 1863 when we were emancipated. Okay? Now, they put something, give me Deuteronomy 28:64. They put an obstacle to prevent us from learning or finding out our true identity. And that one word is called religion. That one word is called religion. When I asked you who taught us the Bible, you said the church, right? Now, when we came off of those slave ships, could we read or write? No, so somebody had to teach us, right? Who are those people? You say Caucasians, who do you say?
I said like masters.
You say the masters, who do you say? You say the masters, what about you, sis?
Same thing.
You say the masters, all right. So, read what you got.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
That happened to us. Not only are we in North America, Central America, and South America, we are in Europe, we are in China, we are in some parts of Africa, we're all over. All right, Most High God, he did that to us. Read.
From the one end of the earth, even unto the other.
Read.
And there thou shalt serve other gods.
And there we shall what?
Serve other gods.
And there we shall serve other gods. Now, when it says that he would scatter us to one end of the earth and to the other, it's talking about what? That transatlantic slave trade. So when we got to the western side of the world, what other gods do you think we begin to serve?
Like the other religions and stuff?
Right. Not of our forefathers. Not of our forefathers. So for example, what's the religion that we worship here in America?
Christianity.
Christianity. Now, let me ask you this, sis. You've been paying attention for a little minute. Can Christianity, be backed up with the words of God? Yes or no? You say, what you say? You say yes. What do you say?
It could be like a yes and no type.
Okay, give me that in Matthew 5:37. I'm gonna help you out. This is how God commands us to do it. So everything we say, we will come out the Bible. I want you to see this. Matthew 5:37. Read that.
Right out. Matthew chapter 5 verse 37. But let your communication be yea, yea, nay, nay. For whatsoever is more than these cometh of evil.
Right. So it can't be a yes and a no. It has to be a yes, yes, or a no, no. So let me ask you again. Can Christianity be supported with the Bible? Yes or no?
Yes, yes, yes.
You say yes. All right. What day does everybody go to church?
Sunday.
Okay. All right. Sunday. So you say and Wednesday. So mainstream Christianity over the whole world. What day do they hold to high esteem? What day?
Sunday.
Sunday. Where's that in the Bible? Where's that in the Bible?
Never mind, I say no, no. I say no.
Now you say no, no. Now you say no, no. Let me show you something real quick. Give me the book of Sirach 33:7. Let me show you something real quick. Now we're going to speak out of the Holy Bible. All right, now you're wondering, what is this? What is this? This is the Apocrypha, so I'm going to give you some homework. This was taken out of the original Canaan, 1611 Canaan, and the 1700s by the Protestant church. All right? Now, read that.
Sirach, chapter 33, verse 7. Why doth one day excel another?
It says, why doth one day excel another? All right, read.
When as all the light of every day in the year is of the sun. By the knowledge of the Lord they were distinguished. And he gathered all seasons and feasts.
All right, so the Most High God distinguished certain days from another. And he says that he made certain days feast. Where do we read about those feasts? Give me Leviticus, the 23rd chapter.
Bring it out.
All right, so we're going to speak on the days that God exalted high, not what man exalted high. This is how we're going to get the understanding of the Bible. Watch this.
That's right.
Start at verse 1. 23 and 1. Read that.
This is Leviticus chapter 23, verse 1. And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel.
Of who?
The children of Israel.
So, you have to watch something. The Bible is very redundant, meaning it repeats itself a lot. Read that again.
Speak unto the children of Israel.
So, the Bible commands us to speak to the children of Israel, which is you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Right.
And that's what we are going to do. We're going to teach you God's words. Read.
And say unto them concerning the feast of the Lord.
Concerning the what?
The feast of the Lord.
So, we read in one spot that the Most High God sets up certain days. Now we're going to find out the certain days that he set up. Read.
Which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations.
Holy what?
Convocations.
Holy convocations. Convocation is a gathering, assembling of yourselves together, a solemn assembly. Read.
Even these are my feasts. 6 days.
6 days.
Shall work be done.
All right, so let's just deal with the 6 days. What's the first day of the week, brothers and sisters?
Sunday.
All right, so let's count. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? That's 6 days, right? Read that part again.
6 days shall work be done. But the seventh day.
But the what?
The seventh day.
Read.
Is the Sabbath of rest.
So, it says the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest, right? So, on that day, it's supposed to be what? A holy convocation, meaning what? When it comes to church, everybody should do what? Gather together and go to church on what day? The seventh day. So, is that not a contradiction? So, who taught us that? Isaiah 29 and 13.
Bring it out.
This is the basics of the Bible. But our people don't know this because why? We've been taught by who? You said the church. What you said? You said the Caucasian. She said the master. It's been taught to us by the white man. Just say it.
Right.
It's the God honest truth. We don't have to be scared.
Right.
But you understand something. When we're not vocal, or if we're shy or scared to say that, that shows what? We are still in the slave mindset.
Right. That's right.
You understand that, right? If you can't just speak the truth without worrying about repercussion, you're in a slave mindset.
Right.
But we're here to set you free today.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.